Welcome to ESO Daily. I am your host, Mysticraven. Alright, guys, so nothing new. I posted my new build for the Plaguebringer last night, and I got pretty good amount of likes right now, and of course, I already have my dislikes. Some people will like it, and many will hate it. The simple fact of it is that, in this game, I find that most people, most players, don't like to try anything new. It's just like, they're afraid to try something different. And that's what's beautiful about Elder Scrolls Online. Let me go ahead and check out the comments. Let me pop them. I am on the PS4 because I wanted to get on the Plaguebringer and show a couple things off. So let me go ahead here. Okay, one second. I gotta pause it. Morning Mustang. But yeah, definitely. A couple of people, just are not always gonna like what I have to say or what I'm trying to do in the game. And for me, the challenge to the game is not the content. It's about trying to come up with new innovating things in which players can play to their play style or what I like to do. And like I said, I'm not trying to accommodate to everybody. You can't do that in life. You have to do what you like to do, go with it, and if people enjoy that type of material, cool. If not, to each their own. But for me personally, I like the challenge. I set the bar up for myself and I say, what can I do with this class, with this build? Now, a lot of people like to always say, Mystic doesn't know what he's talking about. Well, I got my Asylum Bow yesterday. I rolled in with the new guild that I just joined. It's a trial guild. We just did normal, but the only reason I wanted that Asylum Bow really bad because I wanted it to implement it in this build specifically, because a lot of times I'm like, okay, yeah, but no. And then I'm kind of like wishy-washy about certain things because when I go over the numbers, I'm not dramatically impressed with certain things, whether or not it's worth the headache or not. And I try to play to more casual players. Now, Asylum is pretty, if you get a good group and you do it on normal, it's accessible. So I kind of like that. I like that, Vet DSA, once you get it down, you're good. But, it can be a challenge for some new players. VMA, even if you get through it, some people find it fun. I don't find it fun, to be honest with you. And that's, to me, the question. Am I having fun with the content as I'm trying to do it? What are players trying to do? What's their goals? Things like that. Let me go ahead. I'll check out the comment. Hey, Mystic, would you feel comfortable taking your Sorc Healer into a vet trial? I have, Mustang, and yes. Since the orb changes, I have taken the Sorc Healer in trial, and it did really well because I was a little apprehensive in the past because of the lack of return or utility. But since the changes since Morrowind, I have taken the Sorc in vet trials and vet AA and vet Hellra. I have yet to do it on vet Maul. I haven't been back in halls for a minute. So there's a couple of trials I still have yet to take my Sorc Healer in, but I have done the basic ones, the ones in Craglorn. So, and it works out really good. Just always make sure you have the other healer you're communicating. But yeah, Sorc Healer works out good. And trials, also in Asylum, you can use it as a support build. So you can use the Twilight with your shields and put in some damaging effects. So you can be that little off support build that players might need on vet mode if you're going to do that, which is really nice. But so today I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to show why I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And basically, because my trial guild that I join are a little unsure on the Sorc Healer, but I talked them into letting me try it tonight. Oh yeah, definitely. The only one that I've been a little squeamish about was Halls of Fabrication, just because a lot of the mechanics. But as long as the Twilight Matriarch survives, you're good to go. The healing's there. Plus, you're offering, you know, the restore, the minor intellect, which comes in handy. It comes in really handy with your shield. Yeah, minor intellect definitely helps out trial guilds. So definitely try it. Let me know what comes on. Are you doing vet or normal? If you're doing normal, it's so cake. Vet, as long as you know your shit and your rotation, you're good to go. So here's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to show what the build can do. What it can do. As far as, like, you know, the passives and things like that and what's going on. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm just going to fire a poison injector. Right? Okay. See if we can get a crit. 3921 base. 6510 crit. Okay? Now, add the asylum. Right? 94. Jumps almost up by 3,000 on the damage. Right? Now, let's go ahead, add my Swamp Raider. 10-3. Now let's add my Resolve. If I can get a crit. $10-9. Right? So we just got 10-9. Add the trap. Keep it up. $11-5. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you. Now watch. So we got 11-5. Morning, Robert. Oh, no, 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 no. Mustang, you still there? Mustang, I accidentally hit the button. I unbanded you. Oh, no. I tried to hit the button to scroll and I accidentally banded Mustang. Mustang, you are unbanned. I'm sorry, sorry. I was just scrolling and accidentally hit the wrong button. Okay. Mustang, I apologize on that. Okay. I had to I accidentally was hitting the scroll button and it hit the block button for some reason. But I gotcha. The phone, I don't like the phone. Morning, Robert. So, definitely, guys. It's kind of a nice situation here. So, I got 11-5. Everybody's like, oh, Mystic doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He has no fucking clue. You know, and I'm like, really, guys? I mean, come on, man. Let's get real with this. Now, also, I'm going to switch out this one because, like I said, I was playing around. I definitely wanted to hit up everything. So, let's go ahead with the poison arrow, too. Okay. Prior to anything being applied, 16-9, right, with poison arrow. Let's go ahead and add the resolve. $17-9. Okay. Jesus, if I can get a crit. Come on. 19-6. Okay. Now listen. That's crazy. Okay. Now we're going to add 28. Did anybody just see that? 28. Now hold on. It gets better. $32. Why does this keep doing this? Oh my god, this thing's going nuts. I have to keep on blocking you. My phone's going nuts, Mustang. I hate my... Morning, Todd. I hate my phone. My phone sucks. Ugh. Telling you. I gotta be careful when I'm scrolling. Because my phone is like being sensitive and like anything... Festival's been great. The festival's been really good. So basically, guys, with buffs, all buffs applied, Warhorn and Spellfire Cure, I'm hitting over 40k with a lethal arrow. And I'm like, for 1.1 second of 40k, I was like, okay, all right. Now, here's another thing. So I'm using the Venom set, which people question. I'm not using a other monster proc set. So basically it's like this. Okay, so I have, you'll see my base 2-3, right? 2-5. Okay, there's 4, 2-6, 3-8. Now watch when I add lethal injection weave. Now see, you're seeing a different number. You're seeing that 3591. See that number? That 3591 come up? And the white, it's always going to be white. It's never going to crit. That's from this set, the Venom set that I'm using. It can go up to 4,435, right? What's penetration? And I'm hitting over 4,000 with the major fracture applied. Now, I'm not going to scale up my champion points anymore. I could take it up a little bit. But given the fact that if I'm in a trial situation, I get minor fracture applied, major fracture, I'm getting debuffs like Night Mothers and Alkosh, my penetration value will be fine. So we're sitting pretty there. I'm trying to scroll down. This thing is nuts. My phone is so nuts. So the whole big deal is some people are going to like what I have to say and some people just aren't. And there's nothing I can do about that. Run a few quests, grab a couple of room boxes. Haven't found the gumption to grind any characters though. I actually finished out a character on the PC. I need to get back on today and do a couple of things. So there's one more character at least this festival I want to level up and get situated. But yeah, so a lot of people are like, well, where's your AoEs? Well, we got to take a look. Acid Spray is an AoE, right? So is the Silky Spider. So, I mean, that's the best thing. Once I lay all this down and then hit this, then I have an AoE right here. Okay. So those are going to be my AoEs. So I have 3 AoEs on the bar at all times. So works out really nice. I'm really happy with it. I'm really happy with this build. It looks really good. It's got a dot effect. It's working out nice. Some people are gonna like it. Some people are not, and it's not for everybody. I always tell people, man, play to your play style. What works for me might not work for you. What works for you might not work for me. And that's... Oh my God, Robert, I got you, man. I don't know what's going on with this phone. Sorry, Robert. I don't know what is going on. Every time I hit the scroll button, it's doing some weird shit. I'm loving the festival, but don't know if you want to start another tune. Well, you know, it doesn't take a lot of time if you want to farm, but that becomes the question. I've got a level 35-ish Warden I need to finish, but I can't find the want to. By the way, Mustang, let me know how that trial treats you with your Sork Healer tonight. I'm going to be really interested in seeing how that works out for you. So, like I said, I'm just making sure nobody's getting... Like I said, I'm scrolling around and this phone is being redunculous. So I do apologize. I do apologize for all that. But, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and, let's see. I have probably enough bag space. Let's see if I have any quests. I'd like to go do a couple dailies. Rotation's a little different on this. I will definitely let you know if you stream tomorrow. Does any One else miss the killing, break my balls. It's hit my balls. Hit my balls. Hit them. Hit my balls. It's funny because the trial guild that I just joined. Now I average about like 4 or 5 invites a day from many players, and some from the ones who supposedly hate me, which I think is funny. I think they're just trolling. I'm not sure. So the funny thing about it is, like, most of the time I'm like, oh my god. I'm hoping nobody... Okay, so Robert, give me a thumbs up or say something just so I know that you're there. Because I wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally block, like I did to get you unblocked. Making sure. Okay, yeah, it says you're unblocked. So, I'm telling you, especially one of my sponsors. I'm not trying to block any of my sponsors. Holy crap. So, now I might be readjusting maybe some of the health value in this build. Just a little bit. I mean, we'll play it by ear. Spank them. Spank them good. Smack them. Oh. My wife's off today, and her little baby just came down to see what I was doing. It's her dog. I'm sure you guys have heard my dog in the background once or twice. He hates me. It's definitely her baby. He loves me when she's at work and she's not here. Any other time when she's here, I'm a piece of garbage. Just the way it goes. He's like, oh, I'll love you now that mommy's gone. It's like, okay. I want to see what this daily is anyways. Bloodroot, that's cool. I know one of my friends have been wanting to get through that.
The bandit, not enough, eh?
Which one? 2? 1. Yeah. It's pretty cake. Pretty cake stuff. Alright. So we're going to go to Active Finder, Dungeon Finder, Specifics, Vaults of Madness. I don't really need anything in here. No, let's go zerging today. Definitely making sure that everything's good to go here. So, yeah. Robert, please make sure you talk to me sometime. I want to make sure here that we got you. Oh, shit! Hit the wrong button. I'm all thumbs today. I got the worst, like, whatever. Ugh! Took me out of queue anyways. Oh, I hate this. I am doing pledges. I'm getting the pledges. I'm trying to get in. I accidentally had the queue and I messed up, so by hitting that back button instead. My fault. Totally. Once again, man, it's just, you know, it's... I don't know, man. I think I'm good, man. Definitely, thank you, Fire. Thank you. I'm trying to make sure everybody's good to go here. I've accidentally banned 2 people by scrolling. I hate the phone. I'm usually on the PC for a reason. Want to make sure, Robert, please respond to me. It says you're unblocked, so I'm really good with that. I hate this phone. I'm so used to being on the PC. Okay, sweet. Excellent. I fixed it. Oh, I'm having to pay attention like no other today. I didn't hit that. Yeah, I'm good. I like it. I like the build. I like it. And that's a major thing. Do you like it? You know? Okay, definitely. Well, I accidentally hit the thumb when I was scrolling and accidentally blocked you, Robert, so I had to actually unblock you because I'm like, oh my god, what am I doing today? And I just missed a cue. Who knew? Who friggin' knew? Wonder if my boy's on today. 1 second, I'll be right back. I'm gonna check something out real quick. Maybe it's a little early, maybe it isn't. Yeah, it's too early. He's still in bed. Bill. 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 .22 base. Oh my god, it's so badass. Oh my god. On a lethal arrow, people. I mean, hello. I still need to get the one effect I need the one enchantment. Push the Dragon Knight to level 30. I'm going to get him to 50. Heck yeah, Robert. Go, go, go. That's what it's about. That's what, like I said, man, to me, this game has a lot of diversity in it. The devs do such a good job. They really do. The problem of it is people are afraid, and I will stress this, afraid to try something different, to go outside the comfort zone, implement something, and see what you get, you know? And I understand that certain things will always produce maybe a slightly better number. But the thing about it is, are you having fun with that build? Are you having fun with that configuration? You can get close to almost the same amount of numbers if you try different things. You know, like, to me, dot builds are relative. I always tell people, in raids in the past, let me go ahead, I'll check out the comments once again. He'll be a healer at some point. Still loving the Sork, though. Hell yeah, Robert. Robert, have you taken your Sork healer in trial yet? Because Mustang's about to tonight. I told her she should be good to go. I've done a couple of vet trials on the Sork healer. I've had no problems. I've had no issues. And that's the thing, too. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, you have to do... There are certain things you do and certain things you don't have to. Healer... you just need the utilities. You need certain effects to be applied by healers. As long as you have 2 healers, so long as those are covered, you're pretty good to go. Between 2 healers, 5 classes, I can guarantee you can get her done. It's not too much an issue. Stop stressing it. Same thing with DPS. People want to say, we don't use this class in, trials or anything. Don't ostracize, players. There might be a player who only has 1 class. You're really going to ostracize somebody because of what? To me, that's ridiculous. But in the past, I've done, when I did raids. Now, I was a hardcore raider. Now, we had weekly lockouts, and I had at least between 2 to 4 tunes that in my guilds, I would run I ran with large trial guilds or raid guilds. And so we had multiple raid teams. And usually I was one of the raid leaders. If not, if I wasn't the main, I was one of the officers, depending if I was leading or if I was, whatever. It depended on each scenario. Now, I was really, 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 really a dick back then. Elite friggin' douchebag. But I always stay true to one thing. Dots. We need a dot build. And somebody's like, we can burst it. We don't need a dot build. Fuck you, because during mechanics, guess what? Burst damage goes tumbling down every time during mechanic phase. The one thing I can always bank on is the dot damage to stay applied. So that's what I always tell people with the big middle finger up and the FU. I don't give a shit. That dot build is coming in because it's consistent. Always. During a mechanic, it's never going to drop. But the new one with the Asylum, I haven't got to test it. But during the Protectors, phase with the orbs, I don't know if the dot damage stops. Usually you can't deal any damage till those things are down. So yeah, I have to check to see if that would drop off too. That's the only kind of thing I'm only interested in checking out. But usually during most mechanics, dot DPS stays applied. Miss the kids feeling better? Yep, off to school, except unfortunately my oldest, the high school, is closed today. So my one who's in 8th grade, she's at school today, but the high school is closed today. There was an unfortunate circumstance. I won't get into details, but unfortunately high school is closed today. So my middle one is home. My oldest is an adult. My middle one's in high school. My youngest is an 8th grader. So my youngest one was sick there. Poor kid. Poor kid. It's just that time of year. You know how it is. So we got the queue. Jesus, man. I wish my dude was on today. Right now. My DK tank is like, you can't kill me and I can't kill you. I'll tell you what, permablock tanks and PvP are a pain in the ass. Storm likes permablock tanks though, don't you, Storm? Banished Cells 1, Vaults of Madness, and Bloodroot Forge are the dailies. And of course I'm on DPS. Sucks. Fuck no. Storm, you told me specifically you liked permablock tanks and shield stacking sorks. I remember that. And we all love the birds. Now listen, so I made a new Warden PvP build. It's not quite finalized. And a lot of people cry about the birds, and I get it because they're undodgeable, but you can, now listen, you can block them, you can line of sight them, and if you have any shields, you can pretty much negate the effect. Hey Mystic, do you play PCNA anymore? Yes, I was on PCNA Thursday. Friday I had to come over here, and I'm going to be back on later this afternoon on PCNA. Typically I would be on PCNA right now, but I just came out with this build last night, and I had a couple people like the build because a couple people was like, can we do a Bobo build, Mystic? Is it plausible? And I'm like, yeah, of course it is. Why would anybody tell you it isn't? And they're like, oh, because of this and that. And I'm like, well, I get it. I get why they're saying that. So I'm not discrediting the players who are questioning a Bobo, right? And I'm not. Morning, Rock. Morning. So I'm not questioning the players who say it's hard for a Bobo build. You have to implement a Bobo build very, very, carefully, but it's doable. It's plausible. And that's one thing I loved about the Venom set, because when I'm weaving, I'm getting that extra proc. Now, a lot of people were like, why am I using Venom? Why the Venom set? Why Mystic? Well, let's just take this for, prime example. Okay, this has a 3-second proc. Veladreth has like a 8-second or 9-second proc. Let me check. I got my Veladreth right here. 9-second proc. A 9-second for 13-6, right? 13-6. So I'm basically removing the monster to deal 4/4 every second. So I'm essentially out procking my monster set with this set. So I'm like, I'm weaving and I'm getting extra damage. No brainer. Like, okay, sign me up right here. I'll take it. You know, some people are like that. You know, they overlook things. You know, I usually wonder, what do people test? I hate those fuck boys. And Mystic Stamplar are better the Stam Blade. Yeah. And Mystic Stamplar are better than Stam Blades. Stamplars are really, really good. The only thing I wish about the Stamplar is it had maybe one other, like, I feel like the Stamsork, the Stam Blade, and I don't know, what's the other one I'm looking at? Stamsork and and the DK. There's one ability I think that should be added to the Stam DK, but Stamplar and Stamsork need extra stamina abilities added to the class abilities. I feel like Warden, Nightblade, and friggin' DK, even DK, have way more options. You know, the poor Stamsork is just reduced to like Hurricane, Critical Surge. That's it. You know, poor Stamsork. I feel for the Stamsork, man. I'm gonna requeue this. This is bullshit. I'm protesting. But okay. Vaults of Madness. It's my fault for missing the first queue. Damn it. Anyways, I feel like there could be a couple minor little things, adjustments to give more flexibility to those specific classes. But the nice thing of versus with the Stamplar is just a beast. It's a beast class. You know, especially with different configurations, it gets that nice passive to deal extra physical damage. It's really nice. Stamsorks do hit really hard. They rock in the AoE department, and when everything's applied to the Stamsork, it starts scaling so much better in group play. The problem of it is, though, I just feel like the Stamsork doesn't have like a lot of the utilities, the upfront utilities, self-sustained utilities that some of the other classes have. And I know there should be diversity. I'm not trying to diminish the diversity aspect of each class in its role. What I'm trying to say is, can we get another one or two class abilities for the Stamsork? Can we get another one for the Stamplar? Can we get another one like the Flame Lash and stuff? I feel like one should be applied to Magicka, one should be applied to Stamina. There should be like a Poison Lash, a Flame Lash. And I feel like Choking Talons shouldn't deal magic damage, it should deal poison damage. You know, it makes sense to me. That shit makes sense. It's like, okay, this way, you know, it would work out a little bit better for those classes, for their options, for their build and their kit. So, you know, this is kind of where I do line up in a certain aspects with Gilliam. I don't always agree 100%. We have our issues. But there are a couple of things that I do have to say, yeah, I agree. You know, and I'm like, and I do. So, Mystic, 1v1 Duck or Carl, you chicken. Carl hasn't been on all weekend. I don't know where Carl's been. And Duck is at work this morning. So we were on last night. He actually skipped out on the trial last night, which was surprising to me. We did do a sewer run, and Duck was there after the trial. I don't know. I think something had to come up with him. And then, so a couple of us, like I said, we were in the trial. Really great guild. Really, really great guild. I knew a couple of the members, but they're outside of the box trial guild, and to me that fit perfect for me. It was like they do some things that are what we consider typical and normal, and it won't change. Why? Because the configurations just work. But they're not opposed to Sork healers, DK healers. They're not opposed to different build configurations that are pulling the numbers. So, and that's what was nice. I was like, yeah, I'm in on this. Okay, cool. Right, cool. Now I'm like, I warned him. I'm like, look, I was a former elitist. I'm just trying to have fun. I don't want to overstep anything. But, you know, if we're doing vets, you know, I kind of, you know, who's got the 5 infal, who's got the 5 night mothers, which DPS is running Alkosh, things like that. But other than that, I'm pretty flexible. And it was a great time last night. Great time. It was fun. It was awesome. I love the leaders, the officers. They were really, really good. We're going to get a little bit more, you know, four-man's going on, and we'll be talking throughout this week. I told them I'll meet with them tonight or tomorrow, and we'll discuss a couple of things. Now, I'm also an officer in another trial guild that I roll with on occasion as well. And those guys, most of the time, majority of the members are well receptive to, you know, my presence when I'm involved. EP, love the sewer. That is where they live. Is that sarcastic, Storm? I know you love your DC. I know you do. I'll tell you what, Storm. DC on Vivec PS4 NA was actually doing really good this weekend. Whoa, that was like a turnaround. I was bitching the other day about DC players. I think a couple of them watched my episode because this weekend they had no mercy for any faction. I was like, oh shit, DC's on it. It sucked when they were hitting us because AD always hits us. But AD had to drop it a couple of times and say, oh shit, we got DC on our back door. This weekend I felt like it was a game. The game was on. And DC brought their A game, and boy, you could tell. You could tell DC was on A game this weekend. It was really nice, to say the least. Refreshing. Pain in my ass, but it was really refreshing to see the DC unit come together and just start putting nails in coffins. I was like, wow, DC is on it tonight. And typically they have some of the really strongest players you've ever seen. And for them to come out like that, woof. If I recall correctly, Wayrest Sewers is in DC Capital. Yep. Tell you, man. Oh, I'm telling you. Oh, man, this just sucks that I'm not getting a queue. Oh my God, I'm not going to probably get a queue. We might have to switch her up here. Might have to switch tunes. Because I am not getting a queue. I'm on a DPS, and DPS don't get queue for nothing. I usually have to roll in on something else. So, everything's been built pretty much for PvP these days lately. I know what we'll do. We'll do something a little boring. Hold on. We're going to switch tunes. Just being DPS can just be brutal at times. DPS queue sucks. Yeah. People are farming and everything else is going down. We'll do something a little more, you know, whatever. So right now I'll get my my tank. My DK tank. Okay. No, that's not happening. You know I'm not going to do that, Rock. Good. The greatest race in Skyrim is Nord. You know what? I love my Nord. Oh, wait a minute. We don't have to. I don't have to roll the DK. You know what? I actually do need the passives for that still. I'm actually glad you just brought up the word Nord. I'm going to grab my Templar tank. And one of the nice things about this guild that I just joined, guys, so one of the tanks that they use and one of the officers is a Templar tank. I was like, oh, I'm in heaven. I'm not going to lie. I'm like, okay, all right, this is pretty fucking cool. You know, okay. You know, you have like this setup. I'm like, shit. There we go. We'll bring out the Templar tank. He's already configured. There we go, the infamous DK tank. I was going to use the DK, but you know what? Okay, so I'll be honest. I have the DK tank, and this is why I have the DK tank. I love the DK tank, but the only reason I have the DK tank is to pacify people when I do trials. So if they need a tank, I have 3 tanks, but a lot of people want something that... when you're trying to teach people who don't know, you're like, okay... fuck it, I'll grab the DK. So that's why I have him. So, and then the same thing with the Templar. I have the Templar healer, blah, 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 blah. And people were like, well, do you have a Templar healer? I'm like, I have every healer. Of course I have it. It's like, yes, yes. But it's to pacify him. Considering that Skyrim is the Nord home province, that is stating the obvious. Templar tanks are good for an off heal. Let me guess, Plague, Ebon, Bloodspawn. Not this build. In a typical trial situation, I configure different. This is just my vet build. So my vet build is set up a little bit different. I use the Plague Doctors, obviously. And Tremor Scale. Along with Tormentor. Because I'm using the Gap Closer, so I get a free taunt. Plus I get the resistance. Templar tanks don't have as much resistance as the DK, so you got to offset that a little bit. Kind of works out really nice with this build.
Not enough.
Alright. Let's do this. Definitely one of my favorites. Everybody wants to know why I do tank and healers. It's like, well, you know, it's hard. It's just that hard. Bolts of Madness. Let's go. I bet y'all get a queue pretty quick. If people are doing them. Problem of PS late. There we go. Nice. Excelente. Okay, making sure I wasn't in chat. Oh my god. So I'm gonna have to do another one. Yeah, I agree with Storm. Alkosh on a tank is just bad. It's nasty. When I heal players with Alkosh, it's noticeable. It sucks. It's the fucking worst thing in the world as a healer. When I have to heal somebody with Alkosh, I want to puke. Because their mitigation's the worst. It's the worst ever. What they do to my resources is ridiculous. Okay, it's been a minute. Too many tunes. Way too many. Can we get more DPS down here, please? And thank you. What's up with this dude? I don't know. Yeah, I'm down. Cue it. I'm not gonna be able to do the boss yet until somebody gets in here. Warden healer looks like it. Yep. Love warden healers. Sork's got the restoring shield. Love that. See, Q as a tank. A tank that just blocks, yeah. Damn it, does Mystic need healing that and bad Templar no repentance to help your healer? I know. I have the repentance on here though. Believe you in me. Oh crap. What did I did that was that me that just hit the aggro button? Don't worry, I'll hit the repentance. I'm hoping this DPS is good. I'm hoping this other DPS is good. 690. Come on. Come on. Please. Not in here yet. Oh my gosh. Bogadan. Not one of my favorite monster sets. I can see why some people like it. I like a lot of healing sets. Sometimes I just don't like the 2% healing thing. Drives me nuts. Sometimes you gotta use the way shrine. Ugh. Use the way shrine. And I want to say, yeah, we're in Cold Harbor. Let me check the comments while I'm waiting. I love this dude. Still no blue balls. Bad Mystic. When one thing dies, you should use repentance to sustain, right? It is. You're right. I should be hitting this thing because I use. I'm sorry. I use the radiant ore instead. This is repentance. The reason being, I get that the minor fortitude, the minor endurance, and the minor intellect up front. And plus it applies the magic steel. I should be using repentance. Problem of it was this for me. A lot of healers weren't using the magic steel. So as a tank, being up front, I was able to always apply it. The magic steel. And that to me was a lot better than waiting for something to die in repentance, the corpse. Oh, he's here. Oh gosh. Okay, I'll be pulling this up here. Over here. Try to get him in between here. Oh. Wrong button. There we go. We're good. Block. Turn. Turn. Alright, pretty cake. Alright. There's not a sky shard at the bottom of that ravine, I promise. Jesus, they find a chest or some shit? Here we go. Sucky thing is, I'm gonna have to come back in to get this daily done. Ugh. Now Uncle Pro's gone. This is real. It's bug life. Oh, I always hate that. Can we just go? Or nothing I can do about that knockback. Oblivion. Ew. Oh, actually, I do need to like scrap stuff. Come on. Let's go, let's go. What are people doing? Are they trading or something? I should have hit my war horn even. God, I'm losing it today. I've been PvPing too much lately. Are we all here? Okay. Well, and I've noticed, like, I didn't hit the war horn, and the healer didn't hit the war horn. Healer might not have it yet. I should be hitting war horn. It's unexcusable. No. Wrong way. Wrong way. It's just, no, wrong way. Oblivion? What the heck? That's it. I have to come up with an Oblivion build. Zoss is telling me to do it. Mystic, you've never put an Oblivion build together. I don't want to. No, don't make me do it. Don't make me make an Oblivion build. I don't want to do it. Let me check the comments while these guys are catching up. Oh my god. Alright, never mind. I wish they'd give like an ultimate, every class an ultimate AoE taunt. Like for the Templar, this would be like the most perfect one. Is like the Empowering Sweep, offer a group taunt for it. Like for the DKs, you know, one of the standards offer a group taunt. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like instead of the shifting standard, which I don't think anybody really uses. Like, offer one that has the traditional standard, and then one has an AoE taunt for every class across the board. That would be badass for AoE taunt, for mob control. It would just be total badass for tank. You don't have to do ability, do it on an ultimate. Stop spamming that thing! More AoEs. Yes. Anybody see unstable wall or wall blockade? I don't see it. Maybe that little imp thing is Maybe he's got a... I don't know. I'm not paying attention. Okay, I'm gonna turn him as soon as we get up here. Why is this thing right, the healer right beside me? Healer's doing a really good job. Shoes of the Worm and Sturdy. Whew. Go. I hate the fact that you can't block that. You gotta roll out of it. Let me weave on you. Of course you would. Can't hear it, but it's on. Sometimes there's a chest over here. So let's take a look. Nada. This is a Nord, by the way, guys. So, Rock, I really hope you like this, man. This is my Nord Templar tank, and one of my guildies also has a Nord Templar tank. Really nice, just really, really nice stuff. You have orbs on your Sword Healer Mustang. Yeah, orbs is badass on Sword Healer. Healing one especially. I don't really think any healing ulti is necessary for any dungeon. Right. Most of the time they're not. I agree. Most of the time they're not. They do come in handy. But like, for example, on the Sword Healer, in between mob pulls. Oh my gosh, I thought I was gonna biff it. I like the negate bubble, the healing bubble for the Sword Healer, so I keep that slotted. Plus it gives that crit bonus, but on boss it's all about Warhorn rotation. No shit. I'll see you guys. How many people are going to biff it on the mechanics? The madness! Pretty much I'll just hit the debuff, keep everything applied.
You should never have come.
I want to get that other ad back there. Ooh. Okay, and the war horn. Pick up the ads. That's why you want to kill those friggin' ads. They can figure you out of the bubble. Or figure you into it.
Rise and slay these fools.
Kill. Three bubbles. That's just weird.
My minions will tear you asunder.
No, we got it done.
He's gone.
Don't need it.
He's gone.
Worm ring.
What's happening? Seems the man
Wasn't somebody looking for worm?
not allow us to unfortunate, but we'll have to.
Yeah, Uncle.
He invested in this place.
Where is he at?
Daedra somehow. Perhaps we can do the same.
But what do we do?
I got you, dude.
Where do we go?
We can't stay here. Not like this.
I'll figure something out. I always do.
There you go, dude. Gotcha. Hooked up. That's what we do. Hook up the pugs, man. People are looking for stuff. I don't need it, but just gets it out of my bag. Let me check the comments. Nords for the win. Yeah. My opinion is healer should be running Northern Storm. Yeah, for the Max Magicka, I definitely can see that. How dare you make fun of the King of Skyrim and the best race in ESO? Oh, I like the thicket. Don't get me wrong. I like the thicket. Definitely like the thicket. The thicket's really nice. You know, and that's the thing. It's like there's times that I feel like you guys like, you know, it comes in handy in the clutch that you need it. It's best to it's better to have it slotted than not to have it slotted, you know, at that point. You know, to me, it's like, okay, you know, but most of the time, like on the Nightblade Healer and a lot of them when I'm running trials, I go with the barrier for the extra regen and I go with the Warhorn. It's just, it works. It works. You know, am I always using that configuration? No, you know, sometimes I do change it up. But, you know, Nightblade, like the Soul Tither, not the Soul Tither, the Soul Siphon ultimate. Badass. I can bring almost everybody from an inch of death back to life with one ultimate. Poof, poof, and everything's like peachy. But, you know, when you're in a trial, you don't need that, you know, that healing ultimate. It's just, you know, situational. PvP's all rolls out the window. All right. Just scrapping some stuff here. Bloots of Oblivion. I'm sorry, Zoss. I can't do it right now. Give me more bag space, Zoss. Maybe I'll make an Oblivion build. I don't need that sturdy. I like all the new things that they did. It lets me just scroll through things a lot faster. I know I have an Oblivion's Edge in here. It's going bye-byes. Yeah, that's it. I don't get to play this tune very often, you can tell. All right. All right, guys. So I'm going to get some stuff done and probably call this so everybody can do their thing. I want to thank everybody for stopping in. Once again, let me make sure. Let me check the time. It should be about that time. Yep, it is. Anyways, I want to thank everybody for stopping in. And once again, I'm not going to make everybody happy. We can't make everybody happy in life. The first thing to do is make yourself happy and try to make other people as happy as possible. You know, I always find it, you know, kind of ironic when other people are making people happy, but in the process of doing so, they make themselves miserable, and you don't need to do that. You don't need to suffer to please other people. You know, do what, makes you happy, but at the same time, try not to be selfish in your approach. If we can, go ahead and, be happy and still please others in the process, that's a win-win. But just take note that, misery loves company, and most people who are not happy with their lives don't want to see you happy, so they will do everything they can to try to bring you down. Don't let them get to you. It's just the way it is, guys. I don't let trolls get to me. I find them hilarious. I can be cynical, sarcastic. I am who I am. How a flesh golem with no hair got a helm. Yo, I'm a healer. Sweet. Thanks, Override. I'm glad you're here. Welcome, dude. Morning, Clint. Your Nord is too pasty, Mystic. He is pasty. Needs to jump in some freezing water and some beer. Yeah, weed. But yeah, guys, definitely don't let other people bring you down, man. Do not let other people bring you down. This game is fun, and there are certain things that will provide certain numbers and better results. But at the end of the day, I assure you, you can have fun. You can have fun. You're allowed to. You pay for it. Please, by all means, have fun. If other people don't like it, well, tough luck. But just try. Just think outside the box. Do what works for you. If you find something that works for you and you're having fun doing it, who is anybody to criticize your gameplay? All right, I'm Mysticraven, this is ESO Daily. Thank you for watching once again and always. Have a nice day.